Hi everyone and welcome to your gentle morning flow. So as suggested in the video title, this is a brilliant class to do just as you start to wake up. It's super gentle and easy kind of on the body to kind of get you started for the day. We're going to get started in kneeling, but if you want to grab hold of any props or blocks that you might need, maybe a blanket as well for just the start of class, just to keep you that little bit warmer, feel free to. And yeah, we will get started in kneeling. So coming towards the back of your mat or the back of the space you're working with, you might want to take the knees a little bit further apart and just taking the hands down onto the knees. So palms facing down, just as I do a grounding. You might want to have just like a little wiggle as you ease in, just finding the position that's super comfortable. And when you get here, feel free to drop that chin down towards the chest. So instead of lengthening, just taking the first couple of moments of class to allow yourself, you can allow the shoulders to round a little as well if you want. And just starting to notice the breath. So noticing if that breath is long, short, maybe it's deep, working its way down into the belly, maybe it's residing a little bit higher up in the chest. So just noticing the quality of that breath. Not worrying about where it is, just welcoming it in as it is. And we'll start by just taking 3 releasing breaths. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, so just sighing it out. 2 more, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, and exhale. And then from here with the chin down, just starting to move through some neck curls. So as we inhale, just taking the right ear around towards the right shoulder. As we exhale, just dropping that chin back down through center. Inhale, left ear up to left shoulder. So just doing this a couple of times. Working towards each side. You might feel at some point ready to just take that head the entire way back to open up through the throat. Moving the head all the way around. If you take these full circles, just making sure you take a pause going the other way as well. Keeping that attention, that awareness to the breath. Beautiful. So taking that head just back through center, lifting through the chin. We're just going to take the hands behind the back, finding an interlace. And as we inhale, just drawing that chest up towards the sky, taking that gaze, that drishti up as well. Inhaling. Exhale, just releasing the body first and then gently releasing that interlace, just coming back to neutral. I want to take those knees together slightly. And then just pausing here, we're going to start to work through some seated sun salutations. So as we inhale, just taking those arms up above the head. As we exhale, palms come together, hands come down through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Next inhale that we take, we're going to find a high kneeling position. So we inhale, draw everything up, arms come up as well. And as we exhale, just sweeping those hands behind us, so the tops of the hands come towards the mat, forehead comes down as well. Coming through a child's pose only briefly. And then the next inhale that we find, sweeping those arms forwards. Inhale, rolling the body up, and as we exhale, drawing the belly down towards the mats. As we inhale here, just lifting up through the chest. Exhale, tucking under those toes, rolling the hips back, finding your first downward facing dog. So you might want to take a paddle out through the feet. Make this a stretchy one. So allow this movement to be intuitive. Anything that you feel like you need here, just allow yourself to take it. So it might be that you take a bend through the arms, wiggle through the hips, whatever it is. And then when we're ready, just drawing those heels down. They don't have to reach the mat, just an idea of where they're going. And as we inhale, just coming up onto the toes. Exhale, drawing heels down. So 2 more times. Inhale, drawing up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And then from here, just dropping the knees, untucking those toes, allowing hands to draw back towards you, coming back to seated. So just taking that sequence 2 more times. So we inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Option to do this with the eyes closed. Inhale, we rise up high kneeling, taking the gaze up towards the hands. Exhale, hands sweep behind you, forehead down to the mat, coming into a child's pose. Inhale, hands start to reach forwards. We roll the body and we exhale as we come down to the belly. Inhale, just lifting up slightly, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck under the toes, hips roll back, downward facing dog. Again, early on in practice, take any wiggles that you might need. When we're ready, drawing the heels down, we inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, draw back. Just 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And then dropping the knees, untucking toes, hands draw back towards you. So we rise up again, 3rd round. Inhale, arms reach long. Exhale, hands down through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, lift up high kneeling. Exhale, tops of the hands to the mat, forehead down, child's pose. Inhale, the hands start to reach forwards first, and then we roll that body up almost like a wave. Exhale, coming down. And this time as we inhale up, we're going to come into a Sphinx. So we're just lifting through that chest, taking the elbows down in front of us, about shoulder distance apart. Hands come down as well. The feet can come a little bit wider here, so you've got a little bit of space for the hips. And we're just going to lift through that chest, taking that gaze forwards. And just staying with that breath here. So slow inhale and exhale. Noticing how this feels for the spine, for the back. And then option to actually just pause and keep that Sphinx here. Or if you want to take that left hand into the center line and to just take that right foot in towards the bum. Take right hand back and grab hold of the foot and just pull that foot gently towards you. Option to also take an active variation, so you can keep the hand in front and just keep that foot pulled back, so your choice. If you're here, just staying with that breath, noticing sensations through the thighs. Inhaling here. Exhale, gently release if you've got that leg back, and then just switching over sides, so right hand comes into the center. Inhale, finding that lift through the chest, taking that left foot back, maybe taking left hand back and finding that grasp of the foot. Keeping that gaze, that drishti forwards, inhaling here and exhaling. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release that foot. And then everybody coming back towards that Sphinx, just taking the left hand out towards the side. And you almost take the ear down towards the mat. We're going to use this right hand to push down and just roll ourselves onto the left side. So just rolling ourselves onto the left side of the body. Right hand comes in towards the chest for that supports. The left hand here can actually sweep down behind the back. You've got a little bit more space for the shoulder. Closing down through the eyes. And again, just staying with that breath. Option to deepen by taking that right foot just behind you, so finding a bend through the right knee. And either taking the toes or the sole of the foot down towards the floor. You can also take this right hand behind the back if it feels comfortable. Staying with that breath. And seeing if you can allow the body to soften a little here. So instead of being engaged, just letting everything ease in, almost as if we're melting in towards the mats. One more breath here. As we exhale, gently peeling away. If you've got that leg behind you or the hand, just unraveling those first and then slowly coming back onto the belly. Taking a wiggle through those left fingertips and then taking that right arm out long. Rolling over this time onto the right side. Left hand comes in front to support, taking the ear down towards the mat. You can also pop a pillow here underneath the head. Just shimmying the right hand, just sliding it along the floor and down, making space for that shoulder. And then an option again to deepen by taking that left leg behind either sole of the foot or toes onto the floor. And maybe that left hand comes behind the back as well. And we're just draping that hand. Doesn't really matter where it falls, it's wherever it feels comfortable for you. Taking one more breath here, inhaling and exhaling, slowly unraveling, taking that foot back, taking the arm back, rolling back towards the belly. And then this time, as we arrive, just taking fingertips a little bit wider than the mat and a little bit further in front than we would for Sphinx. And as we inhale, or baby cobra even, we're coming into Sphinx. As we inhale, just starting to straighten through those arms, lifting, taking that gaze forwards. So the arms don't have to be straight here, just where they might be going. Legs again, feet can be a little bit wider, space for the hips. We inhale, take that breath. And as we exhale, just allowing the body to fold back down, but the elbows to stay up. So just taking 2 more of these. Inhale, straightening, starting to straighten through the arms, taking the gaze forwards. Exhale, rolling down, and really making this movement last as long as the breath. One more time, inhale, we slowly peel everything up, that head, that gaze comes up last. Exhale, we start to release. Lowering down, and let go of the hands, and then we're going to use them to help bring us all the way back up to that kneeling position again. Again, you can take a wide leg kneeling position, or you can take the knees together, whatever feels better for you. Taking a breath as we arrive, and then we're going to take the left hand towards the right knee. As we inhale, just finding some length. As we exhale, just coming into an easy twist, taking that gaze behind you, right fingertips are behind. Inhaling to find that length. Exhaling to find that twist. Slowly coming back towards center, and then finding that other side. So we inhale, right hand comes to left knee, left hand behind us. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, release and twist. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back through, round to center. And then from here, just finding a comfortable seated position. So it might be that you stay in kneeling, it might be that you switch up, you come to a cross-legged position. Just taking a moment to pause. So closing down through the eyes. Inhale, just drawing those arms up. Exhale, hands coming down through heart center, Anjali Mudra, and just taking the thumbs towards the third eye, so that spot in between the eyebrows, and dropping the chin down. And just taking a moment here for gratitude. So a moment to thank yourselves for finding the time to practice today. A moment to say thank you to the amazing lineage of teachers that have come before us. Focusing on that breath, just noticing if it's any different from the start of class. Slowly just starting to rub those hands together, so we're creating some warmth between the hands. Eyes still closed, and then just placing palms of the hands over the eyes. Feeling into that darkness. Taking one more big inhale. Exhale, releasing breath out through the mouth. Fluttering open eyelids, gentle gaze in front, just releasing those hands down. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for practicing today. I really hope that was a nice way to kind of get started with the day, a really gentle flow. Subscribe to my channel, there are going to be a lot more classes coming over the next couple of weeks. If anybody has any suggestions for what classes they would like, also, just let me know in the comments and we'll see what we can do. But I hope you have a lovely rest of the day.